Hi, boys and girls. Today in science, we're going to continue learning about landforms. The last time we spoke about the different types of landforms, and we started thinking about what landforms were made of. Let's look at this book. The title of the book is Landform Postcards, and it's written by Chloe Delafield. Follow along with me while we learn more about landforms and what they're made of. Let's turn the page again. Title page, Landforms by Chloe Delafield. Oh, my favorite part of the book, the table of contents. This table of contents tells me all the things I'm going to read about in my book. The first thing we're going to read about on page 4, you see that number 4, is about landforms. About landforms. Hi, my name is Annie. This book is about a road trip I took this summer. We drove across the United States. My grandpa is a geologist. Now we know what geologist means, boys and girls, right? The study of our earth, the rocks, the mountains, the land. He taught me about landforms. Landforms are part of Earth's surface, like mountains, valleys, and cliffs. Grandpa thought it would be fun for me to observe landforms around the country. I sent him postcards of what I saw. Here are some things Grandpa taught me about landforms. Anywhere you go on Earth, anywhere, you will see landforms. Unless you are reading this book in the middle of the ocean, you can probably find a landform near you. Even in a city, you can find a landform. Here's a picture, and it has a beach and an island, a peninsula, and some hills. Here on this photo up here, it says, here we are about to leave on our trip. That's me in the middle, and my little sister on the right. Oh, that's the little girl in the middle here. Grandpa also taught me that landforms are made of rock. That's right, you heard it, boys and girls. Landforms are made of rock. They can have other things on top like sand, dirt, or even ice. Some landforms may be common where you live. Others may only be found far away. Keep reading to find out what landforms I saw on my trip. Plains. Dear Grandpa, pretty soon after we left the city, everything looked different. The land was flat all around us. For miles, some people might think it was boring, but not for me. I knew that even the flat plain is a landform. I remembered that landforms are made of rock. I pictured rock under the grass. That was neat to think about. Love, Annie. Oh, boys and girls, I forgot. A postcard is like a little card that you send to someone when you're traveling. So let's some of you went to Dominican Republic and you want to send a little card, not an email, not a letter, but just a card saying, hi, everyone, I'm okay, having a great time. Love, Maria. Okay, so these are little postcards that this girl Annie is writing to her grandpa, showing her all the landforms. So here was the plain. Oh, these are called mesas. Dear Grandpa, I learned that mesa means table in Spanish. That makes sense. A mesa is a landform that is flat on top like a table. Here in the Southwest, the mesas are made of red, orange, and yellow rock. This is what I picture Mars looks like. Love, Annie. Here are some more mesa on this other side of the page. This mesa was made of rock that felt like sandpaper. Wow, so if you touch that, oh, that's a sense, right? Touch, oh, it touches, it feels like sandpaper. Oh my. Canyons. Dear Grandpa, the Grand Canyon is so huge, I can hardly believe it. The sides are like big, tall cliffs made of rock. I could see the river way down at the bottom. It looks like small and calm from away. I could still picture the big river moving fast through the canyon. Love, Annie. Oh my goodness, do you see the river down here in the canyon? We hiked into the Grand Canyon and saw this beautiful waterfall. Look at this, the Grand Canyon. How beautiful. Beaches. Dear Grandpa, we finally made it to the coast. The beaches are so pretty. We walked on the sandy beach. I even went swimming in the ocean. I saw this huge rock with a hole in it. Is that a landform too? Love, Annie. Here on this picture, on this page, this photograph, I observed the beach carefully. It was made of tiny pieces of sand. Remember that word observe means to look. Mountains. Dear Grandpa, the Rockies are the biggest mountains I've ever seen. We went hiking. I felt like we were walking uphill forever. Even so, we didn't get near the top of the mountain. There is still snow up at the mountain, even though it's summer. I bet there's tons of snow in the winter. Love, Annie. Here in this photograph on the next page, the caption says the Rocky Mountains have lots of different shapes. They certainly do. Look how beautiful they are. Wow, Annie's gone quite a few places already. Seems like there are landforms everywhere she goes. Peninsulas. Dear Grandpa, I think this picture is cool because it shows a lot of landforms. It has a rocky beach, an island, and some hills. It also shows 2 peninsulas in the background. We walked all the way out onto the peninsula. I could see water on both sides of it. So see this long strip of land that goes right into the water? That's a peninsula. In this photograph on the next page, I saw this rock sticking out in one of the Great Lakes. I'm going to ask Grandpa if it's a peninsula. Is it? Let's learn some more. Landforms I saw around the country. So this is the map of the United States, and these are all the landforms Annie saw. Now we've learned that there's a lot more landforms like lakes and volcanoes and valleys, but these are only the ones that Annie saw so far. Here are some pictures I took on my road trip. I wonder what Grandpa knows about these landforms. Certainly beautiful, all these types of landforms. Oh, look at these landforms. Look at they're all different shapes. I wonder how they got that way. Oh, look at this beach. On this beach, the sand is not so white or yellow. It's more black and brown. I wonder how it got that way. Lots of questions. Scientists always have lots of I wonder questions. And here's the glossary. And let's look at some of the words they had in bold print. A geologist, a scientist who studies the solid part of the earth. A landform, a feature of Earth's surface such as a mountain, a cliff, or a valley. Observe is to use any of the 5 senses to gather information about something. So not only are you using your eyes, you can use touch, you can use taste, although you don't want to taste the rock, right? But you might want to taste the salty water in the ocean, what you hear, and what you smell. The surface, the outside part of something. So if you had a ball, the outside part of the ball is the top, not the inside, but the very top and all around it. Okay, boys and girls, let's now talk about what we learned.